Okay, what's up YouTubers? This is Herm Says Play to Win. Back resuming this Pacal game. This is going to be a relatively short segment, because towards the end of it, the geopolitical situation on this continent is going to change. Okay, so looking at my cities, I want to do some micromanagement here so I can grow again, but I want to research civil service in 5 turns. Once civil service comes in, then I can make a 2-for-1 civic switch to bureaucracy and pacifism, so I can generate some great scientists more quickly, since I don't have literature. So for the capital, well, there's a long to-do list, so I need to build the Buddhist buildings for the bonus hammers. I need to generate great scientists, and I need to build some workers' infrastructure. Okay, so I need to farm the 2nd city. I can't really do much of anything with the 3rd city because it's such crappy land right now. So I'm actually going to farm over that cottage and probably give it over to the 2nd city, La Camha. Yeah, there's really not much I can do in the face of that Celtic culture. So, Uxmal, 4th city, can actually produce some decent hammers, given its population size. So, I need to switch the build here to a Buddhist temple, again for the bonus hammers. The library is probably superfluous. Anyway. So, yeah, the 5th city, Mayapan, is going to be a good pumping station for workers eventually. And might actually take over great person generation duties, but we'll see. I also want to found a city by the iron, so I can claim that resource and also hook up the silver. So the tech situation, Brennus is falling a bit behind in tech. He's still refusing to trade with me. The diplomatic situation, at least at the moment, looks pretty good. Now this map is really resource poor, so I don't have anything to trade to people for their surplus cash, which is unfortunate. I mean, I can certainly use 14 more gold per turn for my economy. Now, I could claim all these furs up here. Found a city right there. But it's not really going to be a good viable city unless there's seafood in the fog. And now that I think of it, I should be sending a unit up there to have a look around. And, oh, the other consideration there is I should really go claim that site, so that way axemen can't pop up. Axemen are actually a threat at this point, because I don't have longbows, and I don't have horses to build chariots. Okay, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. So I'm going to play, get the civil service, make the civic switch. Okay, so de Gaulle has civil service. Joao is not trading calendar anymore, and I bet that's because he's going for the mausoleum of Mausoleus. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Actually, that actually kind of works against me. Because if I get to civil service and he doesn't have it, then I would want to trade for calendar from him. Okay, so I can do some micromanagement in the capital now and still get civil service on time while going for maximum growth and production. That's because de Gaulle researched the tech, so it's become a little cheaper for me. And I really need more workers. I need to slot in some worker builds somewhere. Probably have Uxmal pump out a couple of workers at least after it finishes its Buddhist temple. Meanwhile, I'm going to finish this quarry here. It's going to give me a couple of extra commerce, which I think makes up for the loss of one hammer. Especially because it's the capital, and it's generating the bulk of the commerce. Okay, so this settler, I'm just going to have them sit tight for the moment. Because I'm going to have this worker build a road first. I'm going to move other workers in place so they can start mining the iron immediately upon the city's founding. So yeah, so I'm just going to have that settler skip its turn. And I apologize for playing slowly because I get the feeling I'm at a point where I need to think things over very carefully. Although, now that I look back on it, I mean, there's really not much to think over during these particular turns because I'm just waiting for civil service to come in. Let's go for another workboat here. And so this Taoist missionary is taking the grand tour of Brennus's empire. So the lucky thing is that Brennus has not built cities on hills. That'll make things easier for me down the road. So just to have a closer look at his holy city. So it's got Shwedagon-Paya, it's got the Oracle, and looks like it's also got Apostolic Palace, and the Buddhist Shrine, the Dai Miao, so yeah, so Brennus' capital and his holy city are great prizes if I can capture them, to be frank. I mean, his capital has really good land, and his holy city has a shrine, so if I can capture those, I can definitely boost my chances of winning. I mean, even if I just capture those two cities and nothing else from Brennus, I think it would be a huge help. Although, of course, once I do go after him, the objective is to make him a vassal. Okay, so Uxmal has grown to size 4. Just going to set it to maximum growth for the moment, and then I'm going to switch it over to production. So I'm going to move one of my workers over next to the iron, so that the next turn when the city is founded there, I can start mining right away. And Joao now has civil service as well. Now, at this point I'm regretting not writing down the exact turn when I begged for something from de Gaulle last. Because it'd be nice if he were to gift me the rest of civil service and I can save a turn, but oh well. Okay, so I can go ahead and found the Iron City at this point. Okay. Kalat Bull. And I'm gonna have the capital build a missionary for this city, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the granary here. Start mining the iron right away and check the land usage here. I want to give that cottage back to the capital. Okay, so here I'm thinking about what to do with this worker. So civil service is coming in next turn. And so one of the options is to have him build another mine at Uxmal, but I decided the better thing to do is to send him to La Camha and have him start farming over cottages next turn. Okay, so Brennus has the Confucian holy city as well, and it is on a hill, so that is the first of his cities that I found that's actually built on a hill. It's not too bad. I mean, that site, that's going to be a border city anyway, so I will probably leave that alone so he can keep it, and I can use his culture as a buffer. Okay, so Brennus has civil service as well. Nobody wants to trade for my surplus marble, which is too bad.
The bureaucracy is
Okay, so here's civil service.
of the expanding bureaucracy.
Let's go ahead with that 2-for-1 civic switch. And I think I'll go for paper, because I want to get education and get myself in a position to capture liberalism. Need a missionary for the Iron City. And yeah, so here's the major shift in the geopolitical situation. The Gaulle converts to Christianity. So apparently he founded that religion. He's decided to convert. So the lucky thing is that he is still willing to trade techs with me. And he has become cautious to Joao, although he is still pleased with Brennus because of warmonger respect. Peace waits. So now de Gaulle becomes a potential threat because he's down to cautious towards me, and he's at pleased with Brennus, and I'm pretty sure that Brennus is not going to agree to close borders. I mean, if Brennus were to close borders with de Gaulle, then I should be fine. But if Brennus does not close borders with de Gaulle, then that means de Gaulle can actually send his troops through Celtic territory and come attack me. And that would be really bad because I have essentially no military to speak of. So I really need to think over this situation here. I mean, I don't know my military strength as compared to de Gaulle. What I do know is that my military strength compared to Brennus is roughly 10% of Brennus's military strength, and Brennus does not have that many troops relative to the huge stacks that Deity AIs can build up routinely. So I need to be really careful here. So one of the things is I need to, well, I need to do some combination of the following. I need to get de Gaulle back up to pleased diplomatically somehow. I'm not sure what my options are, in that regard. And the other is I need to build up a credible military. And at this stage of the game, in order to do that, I'm probably going to need to get longbows, because they're strong defensive units. And if I build a sufficient number of them to present a credible deterrent, then hopefully de Gaulle will not get any ideas and plot against me. Now, for sure what I should be doing now is to build barracks to boost my power. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I don't boost my military, that it's just a matter of time before de Gaulle comes after me. So I really need to reconsider my strategy going forward. I mean, and this is so annoying because I just switched over to pacifism. I think if I had known that de Gaulle is going Christian. Yeah, see, Brennus is not going to close borders with de Gaulle. So, yeah. Well, anyway, so if I had known that de Gaulle were going to switch religions, I think I would have probably gone organized religion and just try to generate great scientists without the pacifism boost. But yeah, it is what it is at this point. Okay, so I think I'll go ahead and cut the video right about here. As always, I welcome your feedback and suggestions in the comments. Yeah, so again, I apologize for playing these turns so slowly. It's just that I just want to be super careful, make sure I don't miss anything important. Yeah, so for the next segment, I'm going to decide on a course of action and hopefully play the turns a bit more expeditiously so the video doesn't drag out as long. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I will see you on the next one.